Yep. Yep. Hi, guys. How are you doing? How una day? How una day? Good morning. Middle of the night. Japa Chronicles. I wear my Arsenal shirt proudly. Eh? Two men got married in the UK earlier in the afternoon today. The man came together and held their hands, and the priest pronounced them Man United. Simply Vic, Kerry Kate, congratulations. Kerry Kate passed her master's with distinction. Taste Buds is here congratulating you. Am I back to my cap? Not really. I have to let the hair grow. They don't tell me what's. Someone said, was that a joke? Yes, laugh at yourself, Man United. Daniela Makun, how are you doing? How are you all doing? All right. The title of today's conversation is, since a lot of Nigerians are jackpine, what careers would you advise that Nigerians avoid? Okay, Simply Vic, looking forward to have you. What careers should Nigeria? What are those careers that people do abroad and make a lot of money? What careers, from your experience, what careers should people avoid? Made Man Yo says Afofuro. Somebody said avoid law. Somebody said avoid tech. Really? Avoid tech? Avoid tech, okay. Business admin. Avoid nursing care. How? Nursing seems to be the most. Hello, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Go ahead. So,
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What career paths do you advise that people should avoid?
Do you want me to answer that right now, or should I wait for the gentleman?
Okay, gentleman talk, you talk, then we bring other people.
Okay.
But boy, you gentle. This guy, what you call gentleman, he's not gentle at all. Though. See, your eye strong.
I'm a gentleman.
Oh yeah, brother. What career path should people avoid?
Well, I'm currently in Australia, and with my little knowledge about careers here, I think a lot of people are venturing into aged care, disability. And now it's not the best now to get PR here anymore, because most international, mostly Africans anyway, Asians, they are into that line, and it's not making any sense anymore. So I won't advise. Tech is, I've seen people saying tech is still booming here. I won't lie. I won't even lie. But the thing is, it's damn expensive to study maybe cybersecurity or information technologies system. All those courses are expensive here. But if you can afford it, you definitely find a good job. Yeah. You definitely find a good job here. But anything social work and social work aspect, they are doing fine here too.
What about pastors? If somebody comes to Australia now saying want to be pastor,
okay.
if Nigerian man enter Australia,
I don't know.
Ingo make him.
I don't know. I mean, pets anyway. We don't. Black pastors are not common. We don't see them often here. Maybe if you go to Sydney or Melbourne, I don't know, because many blacks are there. But here, people really go to church like that. I won't lie.
All right, my brother in the green T-shirt. What are your thoughts? Careers.
So I'm going to take a very unconventional part to the response to the question. I think first, I wouldn't say there's a particular profession that you should avoid. However, you must always have a plan. So I've been abroad for about 10 years now, and I've done everything. I've done taxi driving. I've worked as a porter in the hotel. I've done cleaning. I've done even barista. Barista, that's coffee, right? So one thing that I've learned over time is that anywhere you are, you need two things, time and money. Sometimes you have time, sometimes you have money, but you need both in either ways. One of the biggest reasons for failure of our people here is you get into a job of care or even taxi, and you start chasing commitment back home and chasing the bill, you will never be able to improve yourself. You will never be able to improve yourself. So it doesn't matter what profession you start with. You can start as a cleaner, you can start as a care worker, you can start as a driver. But one thing that you must never remove from your mind is you have to use what you're making today to make tomorrow better. So even if you are in care now, find a way of using the current income to improve your income. And abroad is not cheap. Oftentimes, you need more than 4 or 5 streams of income. That is true. In Canada, it's crazy. The cost of rent or mortgage is crazy. So you need multiple streams of income. So there is no.
But how do you do multiple streams of income when you are doing care work? Care work will consume your whole day now.
That is the point. So my response to that is, okay, for example, a person is doing care, makes monthly 3,000. The person is paying rent of 1,800 or 2,000. There's $1,000 left. In that $1,000 that is left, you are sending 800 back home, maybe to build one house or to start one foundation, right? How are you going to get out of that circle? It's almost impossible. So 10 years down the lane, the person remains on that spot. But if the person realized that, okay, this care work, as I'm doing it, I'm going to start learning this or maybe going through this training so that I can change to this profession. So I won't take overtime. I won't take extra shift. I will do my normal shift and I will not bother about the problems of Nigeria so that I can improve myself. And I'll give you a real life testimony. When I was in Europe, I was driving taxi. But when I came here, I just sat myself down. It cannot continue like this. Because how long will I continue to drive this taxi? I'm building nothing. No career is being built. I have masters. Will I come here again and enter the same circle? No. So I decided, what can I do? I took a customer care job. It was paying $15. It was not the best. But the plan was it keeps me home so that I can change to high-paying job. And to the glory of God, it took me just less than a year to 10 times what I made as my first year income. 10 times.
So
10 times.
Now you went within 1 year to earning 10 times what you were making before. In what career?
Year. So I'm now in tech and I'm also a realtor. So I'm an IT consultant and I sell and buy houses for people.
But how did you become an IT consultant if you did not do sciences, for instance?
So you don't need to be. So I had my master's. I did international business administration. I did first degree in accounting from Nigeria. So in the world of tech, not everybody. So look at tech as a car. So in tech, somebody creates the car. There is a mechanic that services the car. There is a man who is using the car for taxi driving. That is the same concept in tech. Somebody is creating it. Somebody can be the taxi driver who is using it to create value and getting income. and somebody can be maintaining the taxi, which is also tech, in terms of IT technician, right? So there's different aspects in the tech industry, and that's where people like me can take advantage of that opportunity. I cannot build a full website from start to finish, but because I understand the business part of it, remember, anybody creating any tech infrastructure needs to layer it on a business idea. You can create whatever software you have. If it's not running on business, there's no way you make money. So that's where we come in. But after getting into that industry, right, I was still like, okay, this is not the end. What else can I do? I got into real estate, and I know that I can combine two of them together, right? So that's the concept that anybody, both Nigerians, anywhere you are, always understand that your present income should be the one to push you to better ways. Not that you put so much pressure on yourself, and at the end of the day, 10 years, you're still on the same job, fighting the same battle. So, and I'm a practical example. I took my phone and said, hey, please, in the next 1 year, don't bother me. Don't bother me.
You called your family back home and said, in the next 1 year,
don't bother me. In the next 1 year, don't bother me. Because the truth is, when you die, everyone will continue living. That's a fact. So if you do not take that time to work on yourself and get to the point where you want to be, like I used to say a proverb or kind of a story, that whenever I talk to people back home, I tell them that anybody who's abroad is like one yam. You are like one yam. If you share that one yam between your 10 family members, they will eat that one time and everybody will go. Next day, they are hungry. But that one yam, when you divide it into 5 and plant it, when you are bringing it up, you're bringing 5 yams. Now you can share one full one to them. The remaining 4, you plant it again. Now you have maybe 24 yams. That is the concept. And if you do not know that idea, you see most people struggle a lot. So there are times where you would have to focus on yourself and find which way to make more money. That's the idea.
All right, thank you. Somebody said selfishness. Nyokoye. Now, una de Nigeria want keep people wait on Japa. Only. Brother.
Hello, my brother.
How are you doing? Go ahead. Let's hear your contribution.
You remember me. From a Billback brother in Abuja.
Oh, yes. I remember you.
Yes. From my own angle, Daddy Freeze, first and foremost, I want to thank you for all your messages. I enjoyed the one you preach about the prosperity.
Oh, thank you so much.
I've been away from Nigeria since 2000. Although I come home, I live in UK before moving to Spain. But I always tell people that whatever you want to do, let it be related to your talent. That is something that you have interest in. I read accounting, but I discovered that I love music. And since 1991, I've been into music and chef. And to God be the glory, when I moved down to Spain, people were asking me, why all the way from UK down to Spain? But I discovered that tourism and entertainment is working well in Spain. And I moved down in 2018. And I want to tell you, DF, it has been glorious. I told my sister, Tisbo, that my testimony time is next year. I don't want to let people know about my testimony now. But don't enter into something. If you want to travel abroad, have interest. Don't just travel. It's a school that brought me to this island called Palma de Mallorca. And it took great care of me before I started my own chef work and my music. Currently, I'm working with Palma de Mallorca Art and Culture in the area of music. And I decide the time, not that they are dictating for me, because let me tell you, DF, when you travel abroad, you work for every penny you receive. And in those days, I'm 56 now. In those days, when I first got to UK, I was doing work of care job, 8 to 8, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I would drive down to central London, come back by 8 p.m., but it was strenuous for me until I settled down, related to my talents. So I want to encourage everyone that wants to travel. There's no job that is not good, as long as you have interest in it, or else you will become a slave. You become a slave. What's supposed to be your hobby will be what you are struggling with. And what people tag as your hobby and you take serious is where God will be, you'll be making more money. Like me now, at least in a month with my music, if I tell you, you change my hero, it's above 5 million. And not that I'm collecting salary from anybody, but just entertainment music, apart from my chef work. So that's what, when you came online, you are saying that, I said, there's no career. If you come abroad, there's no career that you can make off. But you have to have interest in it. In UK, they will not employ you quickly if you don't have an experience or if you don't love that job. They will not employ you. But when they discover that you love what you are doing, they will keep up with you. So that's my take there.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. All right. We've got Samaria here with her iPhone that does not want her to be great.
The difference is not iPhone, it's Samsung.
This is your Samsung that does not want you to be great in this life.
I swear. You know what? I mean, someone else can keep talking. Let me try and see if it would let me turn the camera.
Oh, but now, wow. How
I just
Samsung
tried
don't take
2 minutes.
become like this? Samsung, I know they try. What did they happen to now?
I swear.
iPhone is the best.
You can say that again.
But somehow you've been get iPhone, have you been selling? Did you trade in your iPhone to get this Samsung?
No, I still have my iPhone, but I can't log in on Instagram any longer.
Why?
Through my iPhone. They won't let me log in. I don't know. It's not letting me log in anymore.
Why? Why?
I don't know. And I looked it up online. I realized there are a lot of people having the same issue as me.
But me, I have my Instagram on my iPhone and my Samsung.
If you log out from that Instagram from any other phone and try to log in again, I bet you'll be stuck. You won't go.
Why?
Don't even try it. Don't try. I'm telling to be honest with you, don't even.
You don't log out. You just log into the new phone. You don't log out of the other
That's
one.
what I did. The thing is that I forgot my password. So I tried to reset the password, and that was what, and they logged me out themselves.
Oh. You shouldn't forget your password, though.
You know when you're used to logging in with just tapping on the profile and it logs you in.
Oh. Now, don't you have
your... I don't used to tapping on my... If you log in on the computer, my laptop lets me log in on Instagram. My Samsung, I can log in on Instagram, but either of my iPhones, it won't let me log in any of them anymore. Usually in the past, I used to log in all of them.
Hey. Will they talk to Samaria now? Will they
Someone
see
said
wrong?
it's all lie. That's okay. Good luck with you.
Ignore the person will not get sense. That person will type saying is a lie. Does that person look to you like he has sense?
Don't mind.
The funny thing is, if you go to YouTube, you see a lot of people are having the same issue too. Look it up on YouTube. Read the comments.
Now you have Samsung. That button that you press that will turn the screen around. How come it's not working with your own Samsung?
When I tap on it, right, it brings out the section for me to type instead. You know what I mean? By right, you're supposed to sleep. I'm looking at it. But when I click on it, it brings up typing button instead.
Okay, why don't you go to Play Store and upgrade your Samsung, your Instagram? Download the latest Instagram.
Not Instagram thing, it's the phone thing. Because the phone is open like a book.
The options this phone now. This iPhone Fold 5. But my phone doesn't have that problem.
No, like you don't understand what I'm saying. Like when you do it,
okay,
right?
Close the book and use that half side instead of using it like this. Close the book.
I should close it, right? That's what I should have done.
And then use this side and see if it will work.
Yes. Okay. You know what? Let me go out and do it that way because that way it works for me. It doesn't give me problem. I can easily flip it. Yeah. Let me go off. Let me. And this one is okay. Now I can flip it. Let me see if you let me flip. Wait. You get on the camera.
Let me follow Peking fight.
I'm flipping. Daddy Freeze, let me just go out and try again.
Oh my, wow. Samsung says beforehand.
So just to buttress your point, you've spoken quite well, and I think it's just generally that whatever what your unfunded doing, you have to do it with all diligence, right? That's where you can make a life out of it. And to just correct the point that somebody is talking about selfishness, and the thing is this, that you are like a tree. If you don't have many fruits, you will be dead at the end of the day. So like they say that one man cannot cook for the village, but the village can cook for one man. That is it. So if you're making 3,000, what is the effect of the family? So you start making 30,000.
Tolu Honeyco. Omonla. Good evening, sister. Mi báwo ni nǹkan? Báwo dẹ̀ ní gbogbo ẹ̀? Ṣé o gbọ́ Yorùbá ni?
I understand now. Continue. Brother is talking. I don't want to interrupt him.
No. I wanted you to. Brother, don't talk now. You, right? We never get woman for this parliament.
Oh, okay.
Affect
so you want me to talk about lucrative careers, eh?
On your lights now. This one where they see you like winch inside darkness. Stop calling us from banana plantation. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Let me remove my before Mrs. Linda comes for me. Daddy, please, the people in the comments that we're talking about, we're saying tech. We mean like tech as a lucrative career. We don't mean tech as to avoid.
Do you do tech?
No, I don't do. Well, somehow, but not really. I'm in healthcare, but kind of like tech healthcare, but I work for a tech company, but healthcare.
Okay. You work for
but health. Sorry?
You work for a healthcare company, but from a tech perspective.
Kind of, yeah. It's healthcare, but there's tech. It's a tech company, but we also manage healthcare.
Okay, explain.
Kind of like government healthcare, government contract.
And you're in America. Are you in America or Canada?
I'm in America.
Why do you say, no, like Canada is not a good place to be?
No, America. Canada is good.
No, the way you say, don't try to use Oboji said, Canada. Like I said, you didn't want that. They say, no. America.
No.
America. So when are you relocating to Canada?
I would leave America to go to Canada.
But you said Canada is good.
Why is that not a possibility?
It's good, but I didn't say it's better. It's good. I didn't say it's better.
So you prefer America to Canada?
Of course.
What about the UK?
People in Canada prefer America.
Even Canadians prefer America.
That's not true.
Even Canadians.
That's not true. That's not true. I would never apply for US visa, and I've not applied for US visa because there's nothing I'm going to do there.
Canadians.
Canada, right?
Yes.
I've
not stepped my foot in US, and I'm never going there.
Have you checked out your jobs? The job you do? For your American counterparts for the same job you do. Have you checked those jobs out?
So you have a point that they might make more money, but I'm operating in a place where I'm getting more value for my effort. That's what matters. I'm not getting
what is now more value for effort? That's you now trying to console yourself.
You did not leave Nigeria to come and get more value for your effort. You left for more money. So
and I'm making more money. So why am I running away? I'm making more money.
Check out if you research like your
brother. Let me tell you the truth.
In America.
Okay.
You will earn more money and pay less in America. From my findings, your rent is cheaper in America. Your bills will be less than the Canadian bills.
The taxes are not high.
And the taxes are lower. So
that's true.
How can there be any advantage in
So-
Canada unless you like cold weather and polar bear and all those kind of things?
If you want cold weather, I live in a cold region as well. Like it's cold
So
where I
you-
live.
You both have a point, and I will not argue. It's not an argument, but I can tell you that also, if you live here, there's so many ways of paying less taxes legally. So you just need to understand how the system works and operate it like that.
But there's no context where Canada ups America. It's not.
In my own view, it ups because it's working
The
so
Obsidian
fine.
Order sent me
it's
$20
like
on
It's like
YouTube.
that
Thank you
Skype
so
works for
much.
me. It's not. There's not. It's not
It's
working for
different.
you.
It's different.
Have you lived in
It's
America?
But I've lived in Europe. I lived in the Middle East before I came here.
Have you been to America?
I've never been, and I'm not anticipating.
So you should come first before you don't have a standing to actually judge the two until you've been
I'm
to
not.
both.
I won't say I'm judging.
People in
and
the
I'm
comment
not-
section are saying, Oga, accept your loss.
Yeah, but I mean, everywhere is good as long as you can find your.
But most of the people I know in Canada are trying to find a way to get jobs in America.
Of course, even the
America
people
pays
that are
more.
that are
That's
making
a
it
fact.
in
I'm not
Canada.
trying to argue that. America pays more, and there are more jobs there, obviously, because the bigger companies are in America. That's a fact.
So, so America for the win.
Absolutely.
It's not a battle.
Yes,
It's
it
not
is.
a battle. So okay, if you want to take the win, yes,
Babe.
take the win. But
Yes, it's number
I'm
one.
happy here, and I'm making more than enough money to keep me here from moving to America. That's it.
No, I'm not saying you're not making money. You're probably doing good. But if you want to do better and you start researching your worth in quote, and you look at your mates in America and you see that they're earning maybe even double what you make and you're doing the same job, nobody would want to stay. Then you start thinking of how to move.
I'm on
You
a
get what I
double.
mean?
Yes, you have a
Exactly.
point, but I have not considered it, and I don't think I am. So let me
you
just
might
tell you
want
the
to
main
look at
reason why I'm not so hyped about America. It's just the divisiveness that is in the air, right? Like I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like you can see that people are divided. Here you don't have anything like Latin Canadian. You don't have anything like
Who
African
is
Canadian.
divided? Where are they divided?
Let's be honest. I have a lot of students.
I'm asking a question now. I'm not even,
The racism is
where are they-
the racism in even getting into job, it's way higher in America than it is in Canada. Do you agree?
See, I've
Do
been
you
to
agree?
Canada.
Let's start from
I
there.
don't
Do you
live in
agree?
Canada, but I've been. I don't
Do you
agree.
agree?
I
You don't
cannot agree.
agree? Okay.
I cannot agree because
My brother.
there's
brother.
racism everywhere. In the UK, everywhere. Anywhere that they're black and there is a mix that has mixed a mix of people. Other than Nigeria. Nigeria is a purely black population. So of course that's where we as Nigerians wouldn't experience racism until we leave the shores of Nigeria. But everywhere there's racism everywhere. There's some kind of subtle racism in some places, some is in your face. But for you to say that as a reason, say America's is racism in America, that's not a reason to say you will stay in a place because of racism in America. You need to come to America first.
Coming to America.
first,
Eddie
then you can
Murphy.
make an informed decision.
Eddie
You understand what I mean?
Murphy.
I don't think
Exactly.
about it.
Come to America first. Come for a visit. Come, just to have a feel of the place. Then you can begin to, actually make informed decision and say, okay, maybe Canada is actually the best or America is better. You feel me?
Yeah, I do. Again, it's not about argument. I'm willing to listen to you and to hear your point. And who knows what the future says, but for
Come,
now,
what
just
what
here.
nationality are you, sir? You don't sound
I'm
Nigerian.
Nigerian.
Ah,
I'm Nigerian.
You sound South
You
African.
sound like a Ghanaian. Like South Africa.
I'm
Hey.
Nigerian. I'm Yoruba.
South Africa.
I'm Yoruba. I'm from Ekiti.
But I
Okay,
want
now
to say
Ekiti
this,
accent, true, now Ekiti accent.
dear, I want to say this, dear. I really believe, I thank God for people that are coming up, but I strongly believe that you will start knowing the best of you when you are above 40. Anybody that is below 50, you'll be experimenting. That is because you will be thinking of how you will take care of your children. Me, I don't have any child growing up again. My first daughter is 25 years old, so I'm free now. But by the time you are above 50, 40 and you are reaching 50, you will now start thinking, relating to your interest. And I love telling people why I come to Spain is because I don't like cold region. I love hot climate. And Spain is like African extension. Especially this Palma de Mallorca that I am. Our weather is just like Nigeria. And I said, I don't want to settle back in Nigeria until 80, 85. But what will I be doing? It's better to invest and to plan around my interest as a man. By the time my daughter get married, my wife will go and say, do that, what people call taking care of the children.
Oh my God.
And I will be alone. So how am I not going to be lonely at my old age? So I have to develop, and that's what Daddy Freeze have been saying. You have to develop interest in your community. You have to develop interest in people around you. So that by the time you are 60, 65, see, I always tell my wife, look at DF. Even when DF is 80, the guy could enjoy himself. Why? Because he's doing what he loves. And that's why me too, at 56, I'm enjoying myself. I've been to 22 countries. Not accounting that I read, but music. Music that I developed since 1991. I'm not regretted, and God has been faithful in my life. Why? Because in 1990, before the final year, I said, what did I really know? I went to higher institution because of my people, my parents. Go and read accounting. We want you to do. But from Ibadan, I'm an Ibadan man. That's why I love DM. I grew up listening to Ogunde music. Grew up listening to Koto Ashipa, Odon Elewe. That's why I grew up. And I fell in love with music. And I struggled with it. I joined Sister Tonshu at some band. Then when I enter, immediately I finished from the event. I said, now I'm finished. Now let me enter into my music. Just go and Google my name, Adetona Davis, online.
What kind of music do you do?
I'm into gospel. Really, I don't. But let me just put in, I'm a pastor. But I'm a radical pastor. Because I'm a DF mentee. I've been following DF for over 5 years. Over 5 years, I've been following him. But I'm a radical. My friends, they redeem. They will say, why do you love this? Are you sure? I said, you people, this man is deep. And to crown it all, my friend, Tasteboard, is in the same chef work. And when you have the passion to whatever you are doing, anywhere you are in the world, you will make it.
Get passion. No. How now on another level?
No. I dey follow her. I dey see a woman for that matter. And that's why she's
from morning till night,
younger.
all that is on her brain is developing recipe, cooking, perfecting recipe, teaching people, creating chefs. If you go her academy, I just thank God, say her gift and my gift, they different. Me, I not get power to teach. The one where they teach online self, if people don't understand and quicker, they shout for their head. Come be the one way you go to teach them.
I was telling you my people work at my restaurant that look at this woman. This woman is doing great job in Nigeria. And when you want to control, like DF always said, when you want to control an environment, discover that thing in you. That every one of us, we are born with something that people will want to hear or people will want to see. And my own is music. And I develop it. At least if I've been in army since 1991, I'll be a general now.
I actually thought you were in the military. Maybe you're in the military band.
So because of my cliche. No. So that is what I want to tell everybody. It's good to experiment. We go there, we do this. I did care job for 5 years in London. 8 to 8 for 5 years. And the funniest, let me tell you this, DF. When I got married in 1998, I'm somebody that I don't like And when my wife is doing menstruation, I would say, oh, come on, go and clean up, go and clean up. When I got to UK, Modia for D, that I have to clean up, these people that are disabled and they are doing menstruation, you have to clean them up.
That's one job I could never do. I could never do.
Yes.
I could.
Let me tell you this, as of 2003, I was receiving £2,000 plus. I work Monday to Saturday, 8 to 8. We clean up we clean up, we bath. Yeah, that was the work I did. But I enjoy it because just experimenting. Until finally I saved, I had restaurant in Nigeria and South Africa. Yeah, so you will clean up. You will clean up. At times you will clean up the martial person. For finishing cleaning up like this, be walking and we'll be pooping again. And you have to. But I did that because I just got to UK. And the job that is training at that time is care job. Even till now. I did MVQ1, MVQ2, MVQ3. And I know how to drive. I drive. And when you know how to drive in UK and you're into care job, you will get job. They will buy your time, they will pay you. And me, I sing, I will take my guitar to the home, I will sing to the old people. That's why they love me. But one thing I know is that when you have interest in what you are doing, people will be ready to hear from you. And that's why I love Taste Bud and Daddy Priest. God bless you.
God bless you, sir. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Go ahead. Somebody wants to comment on this.
Yeah, I wanted to say that you've said it all, right? And thank God for your life now, right? You don't look like what you've been through. And every one of us, we always have one bad story and very bad experience. But like I said in the beginning,
he liked it now. He enjoyed it. He wasn't.
You can tell he did.
He liked it. Like that's something no. I'm not nice enough to take care of this. No.
No, you are Oyibo, Sister Tolu. I've been following you too. You can't do care job. I know you.
I'm not nice enough. I can't.
All right, let me plead with the gentleman up to leave. There are other people that want to come in. I want to keep a lady, and I know they are going to tackle you on this care job, my brother. So I want you to wait.
I know.
So, brother, what's your name?
Let me say one thing before I leave. So what I just want to say before I leave is anywhere you find yourself, anything that you do, always have the future in mind. Where do I want to be in 2 years? Where do I want to be in 5 years? So that you can use your today to prepare for your tomorrow. That's the most important thing. Do not live every day as it comes. That is the worst thing you can do for your life. Living every day as it comes gets you nowhere. Always think about the future and use today's resources to buy your tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.
Brilliantly said. Use today's resources to buy your tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. God bless you. All right, so I'm going to bring a couple more people. My brother here, Adetona Davies, you said that when your wife was on her period, I used to tell her to wash up. Explain that.
No, what I mean is that, at times when the menstrual something starts, suddenly, so I'll be, and we're in the same room, and I just noticed it. I'll say, please, quickly go. I don't like seeing blood. Do you understand? But when I got to UK and I started the care job, I have to start getting, my wife always laugh at me when I get back at home. My first day at the job that time, it was a crippled woman, young lady about 35, that I have to clean up. And they said, you have to do it. And I went ahead within 2-3 weeks. I got over it, and I get used to it. Forget my African mentality.
No country humbles you like the UK. The UK humbles
I'm telling you.
UK and Canada. After UK, the next one are Canada. America still.
That UK is worse.
UK is worse.
I remember one time when I was in the UK, there was a time I did a security job. You can imagine, and I was so small and doing security. I'm not wearing the uniform and seeing myself in the mirror. I just walked past the car and saw my reflection. I just busted out laughing. It was so funny to me. Like me doing security in the UK was mad, but the UK will humble you. And that's because I couldn't do care. I just couldn't. And because the care job, before you do, you have to pay for the training. And imagine paying for that training and end up not being able to do it. Because if I don't know, I can't. Old people, no. No boy, no.
Why? You don't like old people?
What did Canada do to you, dear?
I don't like old people.
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not really crazy about Canada. It's neither here nor there. It doesn't have the, you see, Europe it has a Europe vibe with the American distance factor. You know, America, you go, if you don't get motor for America, now you won't punish yourself. I learned this the first time when I went to New Jersey, and to buy SIM card, you go wait for taxi for 1 hour.
America, having a car is not a luxury.
It's not a luxury in America. If you not get motor, you go suffer.
Exactly.
Unless you stay in New York. You understand? Now, Canada has that same problem. But then it doesn't have the money of America. So it's like the money of Europe or UK without the advantage of UK. You know, UK, you don't get plenty money, but train day, bus day, everything day. In the UK,
they have
luxury.
Transportation.
Yeah.
So
it's awesome there.
That's true.
It's giving halfway home vibes. It's neither here nor there. You understand what I'm
There's
saying?
a new brother.
All right, we have a new brother here. We've been very rude. Let's greet him and let's hear what he has to say.
Hello, dear brother.
Daddy Freeze, good evening.
Good evening, brother.
Yeah, my name is Nelson. I'm an active follower of yours.
Thank you, Nelson.
I really don't post on social media, and I really don't like coming on live to talk more. I was actually listening to your live while I was doing the dishes this evening, and I couldn't help but comment and request to join the live because I was listening to what the other brother was saying. So I currently live in Canada with my family, and I've lived here for 9 years now, and I just recently visited America. I got back with my wife 2 weeks ago, and you can't compare America with Canada. It's like America is here and Canada is way beneath. Like in terms of infrastructure, like no, sorry. It's like sorry. I said it's like America is up there and Canada is beneath.
Okay.
Yes. In terms of infrastructure, health care, like everything, don't get me wrong, I love Canada and all that, but America is way better than Canada. Like Daddy Fee said something in terms of even the tax, right? We're talking about tax and all that. The tax is high. I work as a director of human resources with the government and making good income, my family and all that. But when you look at your gross and your net,
how much tax do you pay?
I pay over 50. I pay about 51% in taxes.
Oh, that means you earn. That means you are among the top earners in the country.
Yes. I make yes.
51%. As in, they just divide your salary into 2. Canada can't take the bigger half.
They're taking more sense. They're taking the bigger half.
More than you.
Pardon me?
I think they're taking the bigger chunk.
Yes. Canada is. I'll tell you something. The Trudeau, the Prime Minister, just passed. They just passed the 2024 budget. There's something they said in there about capital gains. So capital gains is basically, let's say you own a second home, right, like an investment property, and you decide to flip the home, right, and let's say you have a mortgage of about $200,000, you sell the home for $700,000. So anything above $250,000,
you
right?
pay 60%.
You pay actually, yes, 60%. So before now, that if it used to be 50%, which we're okay with it. Now imagine you're making over, 250K, you're paying 60% back to the government. That's a lot. So you ask yourself, I was talking to my pastor the other day, we're looking at it. He said, what's the point? What's the point of even investing in Canada, like of owning a second home? There's no point. Unless you want to sell the home and go invest somewhere else, there's no point. I asked my friends.
So where's the profit now? If America has taken half of it, where is now the profit?
Sorry, Canada, you mean, right?
So yeah, if Canada has taken half of it, where is now the profit?
They're taking most of it. I'm telling you. It's even down to your income. A lot of people living in Canada will not tell. They won't tell you the truth.
Say it here,
they
baby.
They won't say the
He's
truth.
a high earning somebody in Canada.
I've been opportuned, like he said, the other guys. I've done a lot of job. I schooled here and all that. So now I have a profession. I work in human resources, and you go to work 9 to 5, come back home. You get your paycheck every 2 weeks. You look at your paycheck. Good income, don't get me wrong, but then you look at your gross, you look at your net. So they take out CPP, EI, so that's Canada Pension Plan, employment insurance. So don't get me wrong, I handle payroll and all that. So every year we increase this. The government increased the Canada Pension Plan. So now, if you're making above a certain, let's say you're making 6 figures, right, in Canada, last year. When you get, let's say you're making $110,000 or $120,000, right? So when you get to, when you hit, let's say around July, you max out the CPP, your paycheck becomes more. Come July, right? Because there's a threshold that you have to contribute every year. So now this year, you know what the government did? They said they have CPP1 and CPP2. So after you max out the first one, then you step into the second one. A lot of people don't know this. We do payroll. So at the beginning of the year, we have to set in the payroll system, right? For people for the high income earners, right? So once they hit CPP1, then they get into CPP2. And again, this is just a way of paying lots and lots of money in taxes. Now, there are other people that they pay zero taxes in Canada, the First Nation folks, right?
Who are those
First
ones?
Nation, they don't pay. First Nations. That's the real owners of Canada, the indigenous, the indigenous individuals. Right? They don't pay taxes.
How do you become one of those?
You can't become one of them.
You cannot become.
You can never become one of them. So let's say back in the days that the phrase like 30 years ago, let's say you get married to one of them, right? Yes. You automatically get status and all that, right? But right now, they've changed that.
Who are these people? I want to meet them.
They're like the Native Americans. They look kind of Asian. They look a bit Japanese.
The Native Americans are different from the ones in Canada.
But they look very similar. Both of them.
They look very similar. Yes. Very similar. You know how they can say when they see a black man and another black man in the Western world, they will say, "Oh, you guys are brothers, right?" Because you look alike and all that. So they look alike, and they're the real owners of Canada. They're the
owners of the land.
Yeah, the owners of the land. They've gone through a lot of oppression and all that. So the way Canada recognizes them is not the same way America recognizes them. So in Canada, they don't pay taxes. So let's say I have colleagues that are, indigenous, right? They're making 150K. 150K comes into their account straight.
Hey!
Yes, 100.
And you say there is no racism, there is no discrimination. And both of you hold it. So how do they know you are indigenous Canadian? Is there a special passport for them?
You have a status card.
You have a
status card.
Yeah, there's a card, the native card.
Wow, native card.
The Omoniles.
The Omoniles, exactly. That's what they are. The Omoniles. But see, even with all the privilege that they have, they're still not they still don't live in the best houses, or they're not doing, they're actually on the food chain. They don't do well. like they're not. A lot of them.
It's
have
like the
issues
Emiratis in Dubai.
Kind of like, yeah, but these ones are not. I don't know. A lot of them have drinking problem. A lot of them have issues. And a lot of them live in the remote regions of that country. Like in America, they live in the village, like in the village, like real village. That is free. When I say village, I mean village, not like village.
So village in Canada.
Where they hunt. Sorry.
Village in Canada.
In all honesty.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said village de Canada.
Yes.
Even UK.
Mm-hmm. Like in America, like here, like in Alaska, we have Alaska, the village, the village. People that live in the natives, they live in the village, and those people they hunt, they fish, like old school hunting, ice fishing. They dry their food, everything, just like the back in the days. They still wear their fur coats, the coats that they make themselves. When they come to the city, right, they have nice house. They have, house. The government pays them, but when they come to the city, it's like they're escaping their village life, and they're coming to the city to drink, to just.
But you don't want to. But my sister, you don't want to generalize it, though. You understand?
No, yeah, but a lot of them, that at least here, that's a lot of them are,
The reason why I don't want to generalize it is that in Canada, I recognize the fact that they have gone through a lot. They've experienced, trauma, intergenerational trauma, the effect of residential school, and all that, right? Mm-hmm. So if you actually take time and understand the history of First Nations folks in Canada, they have gone through a lot. And that's why the government actually listen to them and give them, pay attention to their needs, right? But I just wanted to make that point, about the tax and saying that you can't compare America to Canada. America is up there. Canada is a baby compared to America, 100%, right? But then back to the topic about careers and all that, right? I really enjoyed what the other guy said about investing now for your future. He's 100% correct. You can, and also I really enjoyed what you talked about, what my brother talked about you. There's something called delayed gratification. You can't. I see a lot of folks here that they just came to Canada, and they want to start competing with people that have been here for 10 years or 20 years, right? It's not possible, or they want to start building things back home and all that. It's not possible. You need to pay the price. Invest now to enjoy your future, 100%. So I just wanted to share my own 2 cents and give other people an opportunity to come to join the live.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, sir.
Please, I just want to chip this in for everybody too. The other time last week, you discussed about the age. When we had last week or 2 weeks ago, about the age of Japa. And I'm citing my own example now. When I got to this Spain in 2018, at the age of 50, I never planned that I want to start working a normal job. Why? Because I can't compare myself with people that have been here over 30 years. Retirement age in Spain is 67, which means that if I try to enter into regular job in Spain at the age of 50, which means I have 17 years for retirement. And what I'll be collecting after that 17 years cannot be compared to somebody that have been working over 35 years. So anyone that wants to Japa, especially from Nigeria to any part of the world, above 50, don't zero your mind on 9-to-5 job. Discover something, not something that you want to go and make gain from. You want to contribute, but at the same time, it's related to your talent. You understand that now? So immediately I got here, a music school brought me here to be one of the instructors in Madrid. And immediately I finished with them, I said, I want to get to Palma de Mallorca because I studied the place. It's a tourist island. 151 nationalities in this island, and we are not up to 1 million. But around the year, people come in on holiday. So I said, this is a good place for me to settle down. So I calculated it. My resident permit is what we call autonomous. Autonomous in the sense that entrepreneur. So I don't want to do 9 to 5 job or be working, going somewhere that I want to work for somebody. I want to be on my own so that I can build around what I believe I can give best. So that's my advice to people above 40. If you want to Japa, just know that there's something in that land that they will need you for. Not just say you want to go and work. Because age is not on your side. Like me now, and I don't like office job. So I have to calculate around what I love. And that is why I love DF. I studied DF and I discovered that this man will be online for almost 18 hours. Even when he's young, he will still be operating. Why? Because he loved that. And that is the secret. But if I come here now at the age of 50 and I start going to a job, to go and do care job or to go and do a security job, at the end of the day, 67 I will retire and they will be giving me retirement age, maybe 250 euro per month. But that will be my take home at 67. No. Whereas when you are into entrepreneurship, when your resident permit is entrepreneurship, you can develop your business even up to 80. And even when you are not working again, you put people. My restaurant is not an African restaurant. It's an Oyinbo restaurant.
So you are an African man that has an Oyinbo restaurant abroad?
By God, in partnership. You can't have it alone because there's races everywhere. So you have to use wisdom. So in partnership, 50-50 partnership, and you operate it, and it will go far. So by the time I'm 70, 80, even if I don't want to work again, something will be coming in. If I retire back to my Magudo house in Nigeria, something will still be coming into my...
I was reading the comments. Someone said that Canada is bigger than America. Actually, yes, in terms of land mass.
It's bigger.
But in terms of I'm talking about in terms of infrastructure. America is up there. In terms of policies, that it frees America. Just whatever America does, Canada follows suit in terms of employment laws and all that. Right? America just passed a law right now, and I think it's going to be effective. It's going to come into play in July. That a lot of salaried employees, a lot of employers, they hide under this umbrella that you need to you're a salaried employee, so you can work 12 hours. They won't pay you overtime and all that. So America just passed this law stating that the employers need to have a certain threshold. Right? If once the employer don't meet that threshold, then you need to pay the employee overtime and all that, right? Now, I know that very soon Canada will follow suit in terms of putting that. Most of our policies, if you look at it, and like you said earlier, my sister, you asked me a question. You said, "Have you thought about the job you're doing?" I've looked at my folks in the US that work in human resource. They're making double of what I'm making. Double. Very easy.
So even after the tax, when they remove the tax, they are left with more than your original salary.
Of course, yes.
Show you here.
Yes.
So even after they remove their tax,
after they remove their tax, their net is still more. It's still more
than your 100% before your own tax.
Of course. But if please living in Ghana is not easy. See,
don't let comment. They said I'm happy that it's not. It's in my pocket.
You did not get the US.
It's fact. It's not. I didn't make it up. It's fact.
I'm not saying I don't like Canada. If I have an opportunity of choosing, and I've lived in the UK as well. I schooled in the UK, right? if I have an opportunity of choosing between America and Canada, of course I would choose America. But right now, I'm happy where I am because my family is here and all that. I am grateful to.
And I hear Canada is more family friendly than the US.
Exactly.
Canada is family friendly, right? So.
But
All
when you
right,
say
guys.
family friendly, how do you mean?
You know, when we say family friendly, the environment, the workplace, the environment in Canada, you're not. So, for example, let's say you want to go pick your child, your kid at school at 2:45. You don't have to walk on 10 toes. You don't have to tiptoe, and all that, right? It is very flexible. A lot of the workplace culture in Canada encourages family upbringing and all that. They will give you time to go pick your child at school, come back to work, or the remaining hours you work from home and all that, right? Most employers in Canada are actually pushing for equity, diversity, and inclusion. In America, they're not even talking about it. Yes, in America,
they're not talking about it. Well, I think it also depends on. Well, you're right. If you say most workplaces in Canada are that way, then you have a point. But in America, I also think it depends on where you're working. There are some places that are more flexible than others.
In America, what's the maternity leave like in America?
Is it 3 months?
In Canada, it's 1 year plus.
Yeah. Okay, that's.
Even
right.
paternity.
In that regard,
we also have paternity leave. Canada has so many leaves for family and all that. Right? It's big here. So Canada is family friendly.
America, I think Canada they do 6 months paid like in full, then the rest they do like half of what you would normally earn.
No, so Canada, so when you give birth as the mom, like my wife was on maternity 2 years ago, you would actually go on maternity EI, right? So you have the option of choosing 1 year or 1 year 6 months. So if you choose 1 year 6 months, your pay is lesser. But if you choose 1 year, your pay is more. So basically, the maximum EI, that's employment insurance, will pay you is $635 a week. Bi-weekly is around $1,200 and something dollars. But then, most employers in Canada do maternity top-up. So basically, you're home for 1 year, you're still getting the same amount, the same regular pay you were getting before you went on maternity. Most employers, and you know why they do it? Because we have issues when it comes to hiring and all that. We don't have capacity, right? A lot of employers, my employer do maternity and paternity top-up. They encourage it. They encourage that.
All right, guys, we've been on for quite a while. Let me go and catch some sleep so that I'll be able to meet my sleep quota. Thank you so much, Mr. Daytona. Thank you so much, Honeycool, and thank you so much, Nell. I learned a lot tonight. Also, thank the gentleman with the green shirt and Samaria who could not turn her phone around. Thank you all, and look forward to seeing you and having more conversations tomorrow. Take care and God bless.
Greetings to Tasteboard.
I will tell her.
Thank you.